Thank you very much from my side. It's really nice to be here. I hope that I can steal 15 minutes of your time. And yeah, we will be talking about how to get from pony to unicorn. This unicorn, I'm sure that you know it, but to be sure that we are on the same page, is not the fluffy toy that you loved as a baby or maybe your baby loves. We will talk about how to get from startup or some idea to a product, and maybe to, if you have a company, to build up one and to make unicorn, which is a company that was able to collect $1 billion in 1 year without being on the stock exchange. It's mine, check view on the Israeli ecosystem, because I have the honor to be head of technological scouting and business development in Škoda Auto DigiLAB Israel. I'm based in Tel Aviv, enjoying the atmosphere there, enjoying the vibrant city, and I hope that I can share with you something what I believe could be interesting. So, when I was thinking about what to tell you, I had a lot of interesting possibilities. I was thinking about the new trends. You know, Israelis just now develop a way how to sign any raw material, the way that you can, even after many years, find out who was the owner or miner of such a material. I could speak with you about cybertech, of course. We can discuss the biggest investments and exits in the last year, because the year, despite of a COVID or semiconductor and chip problems, was record in investments. It was more than 150% bigger record year than the year before. We could talk about human resources and education, about effect of GDP and about the effect of supportive state on return of investment. So if the state invests, what the companies can have back. Role of women in Israeli ecosystem, 34% of people working in high-tech are women, which is very specific, and Czech Republic cannot offer the same number. And of course, we could talk about ecosystem change, because everyone knows startup nation, what should be Israel, and it seems to be that in the future it will be more scalarization nation. So not so many startups, but much more mature solutions. I decided not to talk about it, because you heard a lot from other colleagues and experts. I don't want to mix with their fields. So maybe I would like to share with you something what caught my attention as I came to Tel Aviv and to Israel, and offer you something what you can use wherever you are a scientist, wherever you are a student, or if you are thinking about making your own business. The first thing, we all are somehow working in the innovation ecosystem. We believe that we are watching the ecosystem, we are studying it, and so, but I think we all need to know that we are a part of this ecosystem. If we are doing a science, if you are teaching someone, learning something, if you are investing or even thinking about buying some product that is really new, you are part of the innovation ecosystem. So, what to talk about? You are here because of interest in the ecosystem. It's not important if you would like to do innovation because of money or because of science, but you are in this, how to call it, innovation chain. And this chain is some process. It's a process from idea to product at the first point of view, because a lot of innovative products are here because someone saw space on the market, or someone saw an obstacle and he or she wanted to overcome this obstacle. This idea afterwards has some technological solution, usually in 99%, and from this you start to think about how to do it. You need to think about what the solution will be. You also would like to probably have one day some customer. So this is also a journey. How to get from fun to customer. How to get from someone who would like to support you and make you happy because he or she is buying your new product, to a real customer who sees advantage in your product and will, for example, buy it repeatedly. Also, you need to think on such a journey how to stop being geek and start to be entrepreneur. Because at the beginning, a lot of the biggest entrepreneurs of our times started somewhere in garage or at their homes or in a lab of school. And just now, they are real big heads, entrepreneurs, C-levels, and they know how to do it. So you need to transform yourself also. The journey has another dimension, and this is exactly the support and investment. I'm not sure how many of you is able to tell me something about investment, how to invest, whom to ask if you believe that you have something cool and you have no money. So you need to understand also this part of journey, how to get from father's money or mommy's money that can help you in the beginning or grant from a school to real investment and bid. And yeah, the real dimension of this journey is how to get from a small pony, your cool idea, to a real unicorn. So it means to a real company that has a value. These points I showed you are globally valid, but thanks the chance to work for Škoda directly in Israel, I had a chance to see and point out some differences that can be interesting for us, maybe for both sides to know about them. The first thing was when I started there, and I said, I'm going to Škoda Auto DigiLAB Israel. Everyone told me, oh, cool, Israeli high-tech. Oh, you are so lucky. And I was thinking, oh, yes, of course, but on the other way around, did you see or heard about any Israeli technology? Why do you believe that I'm lucky? Why do you believe that it's really cool? You see it always only in the newspapers, isn't it? So that was something what really interested me at the beginning, why it sounds so cool and attractive. Why we believe that it's something more than if I will talk about high-tech in the Czech Republic. Maybe I found some spots. And the first one is that Israelis always know their value. If I will compare behavior that I see in a business, but also in a school, in Czech Republic and in Israel, in Czech Republic, I will meet the people that will say, our team did, we have some small project, we would like to achieve something, one day we believe that we can. If I will speak with Israelis, they will stay there and they will say, I and my team, we made a really something which is interesting. It's a product, you need to have it, you should have it, please come to me and I will show it to you. The same thing, Israeli is offer their projects different than we do. They always call them disruptive instead of risky, or they call them developing instead of incomplete. And this wording made a lot of change. It's changed how you perceive the product or possible product, and also how you perceive the people that are talking about it, and also your will to invest. Israelis are team. Partially, it's also connected with their army, somehow experiences from their life, but they know how to show you the team, they know how to show you themselves, and also they are happy to work in very easygoing formations, not too much structure, not too much complexity. More structure and more complexity is always needed on the side of a project itself. And they are never ashamed to ask or answer. I mean a lot of Czech people, we have a problem to ask because we believe that every question seems to show that I have a lack of knowledge. And Israelis believe that every question shows your interest. So that's something we should, I think, learn also. Yeah. The next thing I think is important is to think about your product when you would like to have one, and also your customer. I will tell you why. People in the Czech Republic are very often, sorry, give me, yes, perfect, sorry, are always thinking about the product first, and afterwards they are thinking about it, how I can probably move forward. We are always trying to limit ourselves somehow and saying, I will go to Prague, I will go to Brno, I would like to be the same good as I will be, for example, in Prague on some university. I think it's good to check in this the Israeli way of thinking. The way of thinking in Israel is different. Israel is a small country. The country is limited also because quite non-friendly neighbors. What does it mean? That your market is small. Your market is high competitive because there are a lot of universities with a lot of clever people. So it means you have to think out, not of the box only, but also out of Israel. So for the Israelis, the market from the real beginning is the whole earth. It's not just a neighbor country as for us. So to think about doing really somehow international business because you would like to deliver to Slovakia is not the right choice. The secret power that you should have in Israel has is thinking of modularity and scalability. What does it mean? It means that their solutions are usually from the beginning prepared that way that they can grow. So they are not negatively surprised when they are successful and saying, oh, I have much more customers than I believed at the beginning. What should I do just now? I cannot produce, I cannot deliver. So what with me? No, they think about it from the beginning. And also they think about from the beginning about the modularity. So someone on Earth, your possible customer, would like to have it just a part of your solution. So just to create something what you can cut and what you can make it flexible. Attractive product is something what you really have to have, and connection to customer is also something what you have to have. Why? Because if you don't understand who should pay and why for the things that you are developing, it can be that you will die or your company before you will reach your customer, and that will not be nice. And for Israeli, where is the business? Everywhere. I don't mean it just now from a point of view of global, as I spoke already, but everything could be business. For example, smelly odor in your car when you are driving with a wet dog. It's a what problem? It's unpleasant? No, it's also business. So if you have company that can solve it, it's cool. Where is the business? The business is, for example, waste. A lot of you use this navigation. So it means your problem and your transport could be for someone else's business and solution. So it's important to think about it, what can be the right thing. Not always cyber, it doesn't have to be always something digital and AI. It can be something much easier, what will make you rich, world better, and your customer satisfied. I also think that we may need to speak all a little bit Hebrew. Why? Because I think these words that are there are somehow summarizing part of Israeli character that we should adopt also. The first is tachlis. Tachlis means that you are going to touch it very direct, sometimes almost unpolite or arrogant direct, but direct. You are not talking about the work, you are working. You are not doing 100 workshops and follow-ups and other meetings before the tasks. You really, when I will say it easily, you open your mind, after that you open your mouth and you do the step. The sequence is important, but you know, you understand me. Be practical and move. Sababa is something what you will hear usually in the business meetings when someone will tell you, okay, we are agreed, everything is fine, I'm prepared, you too, let's go, it's cool. So sababa is something also what is important in the moments when you have not the easiest part of your project, because Israelis are happy also at that times, because obstacle is not something surprising what will destroy your day, it's normal part of a project. Also interesting is chutzpah. Chutzpah is sometimes meant in a negative way, I mean it only positively. It's being cheeky and thick-skinned and being ready to test everything. Test the behavior of other person, test their business limits, their social limits, if they are really there, and somehow try to push myself further. Sometimes I always say in Czech that we have something quite similar. Drzé čelo je lepší než poplužní dvůr. So good luck with the Google Translator if you would like to use it, but that's exactly chutzpah. And ma lasot means yes, and what to do now. That's also a part of Israeli culture and behavior. When something is bad, you need to do a job you don't want to, you need to cooperate with someone you hate, you need to do something what you don't like, you feel uncomfortable, do it, don't talk about it, it will be faster over and you can move. So that's, I think, the really good list. Also, what I would like to speak about is the boring part of technology. What is it? The boring part is the part without experiments. And it's all illegal, financial, or process instruments you should know and you should use in the moment that you would like to deliver your solution, not to the end customer, but to some business customer. It's great if you can know what is ISO, what is TISAX, what is GDPR and compliance, not only to stay legal in this world. What is homologation? We are producing car, so what does it mean? And also to know more about budget planning, controlling, and audit. If I will like your solution and you will be Israeli startup, I would like to know how your budget planning looks like. If you know what does it mean that you have a server in the USA or if you have a server in Germany, in Frankfurt. So it's great if you can understand also your potential business partners, because if you would like to deliver them something, you need the same standards as they have. So, yeah. The easiest part at the end, my unicorn. I think this list is in very simple words, speaking about very complex questions and issues. If you have in your hand some technology, you believe in this technology, even if it's disruptive and even if it's developing, and you can say loudly yes to those sentences, you understand the market, you are able to work even on the boring part, you know and you see your customer, not just the product, and you show the value of yourself and your team, and you can eat the frog, so it means do something you don't want to, and go further. Afterwards, I don't see any problem, and I believe that you can definitely develop and breed the next unicorn. So it was my pleasure, and any question will be anytime welcomed. Thank you.